Hello and welcome to Enterprise Tech Spotlight. My name is Keith Hales, the CEO of Infosystems. Here on our podcast series, we help IT and business leaders get educated and get involved. We're very excited to be having a short series, a mini series on the topic of AI, artificial intelligence, generative AI, and we just had actually an AI summit in Nashville. We just wrapped that up recently. And we're fortunate to have some great speakers from IBM come and speak to us on a number of different topics around AI. And then we were able to get some short interviews with them after they spoke. And so special thanks to them and allowing us to move forward to put this together. We had one of our speakers was a gentleman named Mark Moore. His whole speech was around AI and the topic of security. So whether that is securing AI and the security implications around that, or how AI is going to affect IT security and cybersecurity moving forward. And so he had some really interesting things to say on the opportunities that this affords us, and also just the conversations that business leaders should be having internally as it relates to the cybersecurity implications of AI. And as artificial intelligence and generative AI continue to grow and continue to become more and more of something that we see in our day-to-day lives, how that's going to affect really our cybersecurity posture, the things we do around cybersecurity, and how that whole project and prospect should be approached internally for businesses. So with that, I'm going to let you hear directly from Mark, and then I'll give you some thoughts after you hear from him.
We're at the Artificial Intelligence Summit in Nashville, Tennessee, talking about the theme of artificial intelligence for business. I have with me Mark Moore, who just presented to our audience about AI and security. Mark, could you give a quick introduction?
Sure. My name's Mark Moore. I've been working with IBM for about 21 years now, and I do learning content development for security.
And you just finished speaking to the audience. Give us a few highlights of what you shared today.
I think the important thing to remember about AI and security is that it's a double-edged sword, that AI is a tremendous opportunity for a number of fields, including security. It can help automate the process of detecting threats, but at the same time, with great promise comes great risk. AI can also be a source of threat itself. The bad guys can be using AI to help detect or attack your organization.
Today's theme, AI for business, obviously we're not talking about how to use a Bing search engine that includes ChatGPT or anything like that. If you're a business leader right now, what are the internal conversations they should be having related to AI and security?
The conversation I think they should be having is about where threats are coming from, how we can be more effective at attacking those threats, keeping those black-hatted folks out of our organization. AI can detect patterns that people can't detect themselves or detect them much more quickly than people can. And it can also help automate the process of mitigating those threats, eliminating those threats, and keeping your data and your system safe.
All right. Well, Mark, thank you so much for participating in the AI for Business Summit, and we hope to have you again, either as a speaker or a guest on our podcast or something like that. You have plenty to share, plenty of knowledge, and there are often opportunities from IBM, our distributor partner Arrow, or Infosystems, the business partner, to collaborate together and answer questions and help business leaders dig deeper. And so, Mark, thank you for being such a great resource today, and we look forward to collaborating in the future.
I appreciate the opportunity to speak to everybody.
All right, welcome back. I really hope you enjoyed hearing from Mark. He did a fantastic job for us during the summit, and I don't think he referenced as much during his speech at the summit as he did during our short interview. But a couple of topics I want to dive into that he did talk about. One is around the kind of opportunities that this is going to create for businesses, right? So if you're a business and you are looking at this whole topic of around generative AI and what does that mean to your security, I think the one thing that all businesses that are going to be leveraging AI should think about is how to secure your AI environment, right? So We've all seen the movies about how AI takes over the world and these different Terminator type scenarios. Where nobody's quite believing that's anything that's going to happen anytime soon. But there's very real things that one should consider around artificial intelligence and generative AI before they just release these tools out to their organization. It's very important to think about the data that you're feeding into your AI model to be sure it's trusted and to be sure that it is something that you want your business to not only be have access to, but also making decisions based upon. Right. So if you have data that your whole business is going to be making decisions based upon, is be feeding information to either your internal consumers or even more importantly your external consumers of this AI model, then you certainly want to be sure that that data is secure, right? So you want to be thinking about the base foundation model that you're leveraging, whether that's from IBM or somebody else that is trustworthy, auditable, that you know where all the data is coming from. But then also any of your subject matter experts and your expertise internally that you're then adding to that model, that it's all been thoroughly vetted, that it's been something that you feel very confident that these models are going to be married together to provide back to your business. Another thing you should be thinking about is what types of things you want your AI to be doing, right? No one wants to be the executive that sponsors an AI project that then months or even years down the road come to find out that AI project has taken a path that you never meant to support as a business, or certainly as a business leader. So you want to have some high level guardrails in place that's going to ensure that your AI models and your investments around AI are actually adding value to the business, but also that you're very comfortable with the things that it's creating, kind of the outputs around that. So whether that's creating really kind of some strategic ideas or guardrails for your business at a high level around AI, that you probably want to have those conversations at an executive level, certainly at a senior leadership level, but then also at a smaller level and more individualized level, the outputs that you want to be testing those, right? And that you want reviews on, hey, where are we going with this? What's it telling our people? What's it telling our customers? Are these things we support? Is this really the direction we want to go? Can we validate all of the outputs and all the suggestions and all the recommendations coming out of our AI? Are these things that we can independently validate, or is the AI model really just kind of getting, frankly, cart before the horse and getting out way ahead of where we want to be as an organization? These are all things that you really want to be thinking about. And I would even suggest putting together a team of people to help create those ideas. Compliance. You want to think about legal. You want to also think about business use case. You want to be thinking about kind of the ultimate reasons that you invested in AI, whether that's to save money or to make money or to create new products or to look for waste or whatever your use case is. You want to be sure that you have some governance and some compliance around that model, right? So that's securing AI. And then there's a whole other topic around security tools and cybersecurity tools that leverage AI, right? So this is almost the opposite end of the spectrum, but it's also related to security, because whether you're investing in things like antivirus systems, or you're looking at a SIEM and some type of operations management, you're monitoring the logs coming off of your different systems, or you're looking for behavior-based data on your users and the types of things they're doing. Those are all fantastic use cases for AI. AI can monitor those things, those outputs, be looking for anomalies, frankly, much better than and much faster than a human can, because of the volume of data, especially in even commercial environments, certainly in large enterprise IT environments. It's just too much for a single person or a single team to cull through all that data. So the AI implications in those specific security use cases they're fantastic. They're huge. They're enormous. They're going to add so much value to businesses. So as you're looking at everything from buying spam filters to EDR or MDR, endpoint detection and response, or managed detection and response, all the way to use case around individual user behavior and what systems are accessing and what tools they're accessing, and how many records and how many files they're accessing at a time. Your AI tools are going to do a better job than just your traditional tools. And so as you're looking as a business leader to make investments in those areas, if you're looking to spend money on software, you're looking to spend money a security and operations center, internal or external, you're looking to spend money on any of these things, you need to be asking your providers, you need to be asking these folks who provide these software and these services to you, what are you doing in AI? How are you investing in AI? What are your plans? How are you going to secure my data? If I'm feeding you my data, how do I know that my data is not going to end up back in your model and get taken by another customer of mine? And really challenge them on these questions. And transparently, if they don't have good answers, then you might want to take a step back and see if there's somebody that does have a good answer on that topic, because I can assure you, as somebody who has who gets, I'll say, sold to a lot from all these different providers that we should be representing their different solutions, that not everybody has the same answer. I recently did personally, I recently did a review of a number of different tools and tool sets that IT service companies like ours leverage and purchase from. And you'd be amazed at the different level of investments that are being made by different companies, right? Some companies are all in. Maybe they've been investing in AI for years, even before ChatGPT. These natural language engines, they're out integrating into their systems, and man, they have some really cool high value stuff that's coming either currently in their tools or in beta right now that we are seeing. I actually have a trial running on a couple of those. All the way to the other side of the coin, where organizations are basically saying, "Hey, we're not going to invest anything until the governmental agencies do a better job figuring out the compliance and the direction around there." Well, not to be negative on governments, but traditionally they're lagging on these IT topics, and so I just feel like that's kind of a silly answer personally. But regardless, I'm really glad I went through that exercise, because it helps me know. Well, I kind of want to align myself around these other companies, because I see them making investments. I see the tools they're coming out with on AI, and I see with the value that our organization can get from those. And you, as a consumer of IT security and cybersecurity tools, need to be thinking about topics like, well, the companies that I'm buying their software and I'm paying maintenance fees on, and I'm training my team on how to use these, or I'm paying some outsourced company to secure all these tools for us. Am I spending my money with the right people? Are they investing in tools that are going to help me? Or 3 years from now, am I going to have to make a change because they got left behind? And I think it's very important to evaluate your different providers on this topic, and specifically in the area of security, because I can assure you that the bad guys are going to be leveraging the AI models as well in an effort to try to break into your system. So you want to be having AI tools working for you to try to fight the bad guys, because ultimately those people that have made the investments in AI are going to have better tools than the ones that haven't. And so I know the bad guys are investing in it. And if your solutions are not around that path and are not investing in that path, then your solutions, unfortunately, are going to leave you exposed. And so I know I covered broad topics there for Mark's speech, both on the in the areas of how to secure your own AI model, or how to leverage AI for your security. Really probably should have broken this up into 2 different topics now that I think about it, but that's okay. We are where we are. I hope you've enjoyed this session. I welcome the opportunity to talk to you more, or our team to have the opportunity to talk to your team more on any of these topics, to get you connected with Mark and his team at IBM, if that's something that's of value to you. But I hope you have enjoyed this session, and hope you can join us on the next one. Thanks a lot.